Can
Brandy
you hear
Irving.
us?
I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you for Motion Springs. This is for Mississippi Business Finance Corporation, as an individual associated with small business. The remainder of a 6-year term, effective June 6, 2024, and ending March 31st, 2029. If you would please introduce yourself to the committee and tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Good morning. I'm Brandy Huff with Harrison County Development Commission. I used to live in Jackson. My family and I reside in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. I am the Deputy Director for Harrison County Development Commission, and I'm excited to be nominated for the Committee for Mississippi Business Finance Corporation. And I look forward to hopefully being approved and serving on this committee.
Okay. The committee, you have a copy of the peer report in front of you. I'm gonna give y'all a minute or two to look over that. Brandy, if you'll just hold tight with us for just a minute.
Okay.
All right, Brandy, there's no derogatory information in your file, and you do meet the statutory qualifications. Peer staff did, however, notate that there is no record of a statement of economic interest on file with the Mississippi Ethics Commission. You'll need to fill that out before we take your nomination up on the floor if you pass out of committee. So please do that before we can take your nomination up on the floor. Are there any questions of the committee members for this nomination? All right, seeing none, for a motion. All right. And what is that motion? Okay, motion is we do advise the consent on Senate nomination number 77. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, Ms. Huff, and please do have that statement of economic interest filled out, and please get with staff to let us know you've completed that.
Absolutely. I'll send it right away. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Great.
Next is Senate nomination number 41, Mr. David Allen Williams from Pearl, Mississippi, from Mississippi Hospital Equipment and Facilities Authority as a certified public accountant. This is for a 4-year term, effective July 3rd, 2024, and ending January 10th, 2028. Is Mr. Williams here? All right. If you don't mind, come up to the podium up here. If you would, please, while the staff and members look over your peer report, please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself. Hang on one second.
That on?
There you go.
A master's in public health. I've worked with healthcare facilities throughout the state of Mississippi for, hate to admit this, I started when I was 10, but about 40 years. So I've been involved with all areas and aspects of healthcare, from rural health committee or rural health hospitals to academic medical centers. And so through that phases of my career, I've been involved with a lot of different financing that is applicable in the healthcare industry. So I certainly do appreciate the opportunity to serve the state.
Okay. We reviewed over the peer report. There is no derogatory information, and you do, your appointment complies with applicable state law. They also noted there's no record of statement of economic interest on the Mississippi Ethics Commission. If you would please have that filled out for you. If you make it out of committee, we'll need that before we take you up on the floor. Are there any questions of the nomination number 41 from the committee? No questions for a motion. All right, the motion is we do advise the consent on Senate nomination number 41. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you for your time coming down today and answering a few questions, and please let staff know once you get that filled out. Thank you very much. Next is Mr. John Allen Lang, Senate nomination number 78 from Ridgeland, Mississippi, for Mississippi Business Finance Corporation as an individual associated with small business, remainder of a 6-year term, effective June 6, 2024, and ending March 31st, 2029. Mr. Lang, thank you for being here today. If you would, please introduce yourself to the committee and just give us a little bit of your background.
Sure. My name's Alan Lang from Ridgeland. I've been involved for about the last 2 decades in economic development finance through really 2 different vehicles. One is the New Markets Tax Credit Program from the Department of Treasury. We had from 2011 to 2022, 7 different allocations from the Department of Treasury for placement of tax credits into projects around the South, totaling about $330 million. And then during that period of time, I also worked with the Mississippi Small Business Investment Company program. My partner, Mark McCreary, and I are here in Jackson. We're partners with a company based in New York called Enhanced Capital Partners, and we deployed about $24 million pursuant to that program that was regulated by MDA. Also work in the owner staffing and recruiting business based here in the metro area, and an investor in a variety of real estate projects and operating companies around the central Mississippi area.
All right, thank you very much. Going through the peer staff report, your appointment complies with state law, and there are no derogatory information in your file. Similarly, there is no statement of economic interest with the Ethics Commission, if you don't mind filling that out. Are there any questions from the committee members for the nominee? All right, seeing none, for a motion. All right, motion is we do advise and consent on Senate nomination number 78. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, Mr. Lang. Next is Senate nomination number 7. Ms. Sue Stedman, Natchez, Mississippi, for Mississippi Home Corporation, the resident, second term, second Supreme Court, term effective December 30th, 2024, will end December 29th, 3030. Yeah, this is a reappointment. I'm gonna give time for the staff to go, committee to go through the report real quick and see if there's any questions. There is no derogatory information in her file. She similarly needs to file an oath on record with the Secretary of State's office, and we'll let her know that that needs to be done on a reappointment, and we will not take her up on the floor until that's done. So are there any questions concerning the nominee? Seeing none, for a motion. All right, motion is to advise and consent on Senate nomination number 7. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Last Senate nomination number 60, Mr. John Robinson, Tupelo, Mississippi State Tax Appeals Board, as an associate member, 6-year term beginning July 1, 2024 and ending June 30, 2030. We'll give you all time to read through the file. Peer located no derogatory information. The only notation is he needs to execute a new bond with the Secretary of State's office. And once he does that, we'll be able to bring him up on the floor. Are there any questions on this nominee? Seeing none, for a motion.
My motion is we do advise and consent.
All right, motions, we advise and consent on the nomination number 60, Mr. Robinson. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Motion to rise and report. All those in favor say aye. All opposed? The ayes have it.